What up? It's Jimmy from odds.com. This is a clip from our big Thursday, January 14th NCAA basketball show. To check out the entire show, hit the link at the bottom of the screen. It's available exclusively on odds.com. Let's move on. 7 p.m. Eastern, Longwood Lancers 3-11 on the season, 2-6 in the Big South at Winthrop Eagles. 11-0, 8-0 in the Big South. We're at Winthrop Coliseum, Rock Hill, South Carolina. And we have Winthrop opening up at -15. That's moved to 15.5 or even 16. This total opened up at 152.5, and it's down to 151.5. Longwood is coming off a back-to-back Saturday, Sunday games at home versus Campbell. In the second, they won it and snapped a 3-game losing streak, 78-69. They're led in scoring by junior guard Juan Munoz, who averages 12.4 points, 3.1 assists. And do they do a terrible job on the glass? The only player with over 5 rebounds a game is 6-foot freshman Justin Hill. They shoot the ball well for a 3-11 team, though. They hit 45.6% from the field, 32.7% from 3, 70.5% from the foul line. Shooting is not their issue. We move on to undefeated Winthrop, coming off defeating Gardner-Webb in back-to-back Saturday, Sunday home games. They won the first by 10, the second by 8, 91-83. Didn't cover either, as they were 12-point favorites, or they closed as 12-point favorites in both. They shoot 47.7% from the field, 37.4% from 3. They are very deep. 11 players averaging double figures, led by 6'7" senior Chandler Vaudrin, who averages 12 points, 8.3 assists, 7.5 boards. He fills the stat sheet. Max, how are you going to fill your belly with Longwood Lancers, Winthrop Eagles?
Jim, obviously these are two teams that I watch very closely and enjoy watching Winthrop. When I watch Longwood, I'm grabbing the seat arm, I'm squeezing it tight, and I'm like, damn you, Longwood, damn you. Because you know what? This Longwood team, they have potential. They have some pieces that need to work their way into finding their correct roles, one being Juan Munoz. Obviously, with Juan Munoz, this is a guy that's coming off some injuries. It's coming off some turbulation in his life, and it's a really good story to see him in the spot that he's in for Longwood, playing the kind of basketball that he's been playing. But if you look deeper into it, there's a lot of goddamn turnovers. He handles the ball a lot. Where Juan Munoz is the best is where Juan Munoz is playing off the ball, and a guy like Justin Hill, who has a much better assist-to-turnover ratio with only 32 turnovers, I think that's where Longwood is at its best and at its best offensively. Where Munoz is most dangerous is behind the three-point line. While he is a good slasher, he's not that great of a finisher, in my opinion. And that you have to take with a grain of salt, because I'd probably just above the breast height of your average local stripper in stilettos. So I'm not the tallest person, Jim. I think you know this. But with Longwood, there are some interesting developments going on with them. We've seen Zach Watson enter the starting lineup. We've seen Christian Wilson start to find some of his production that he had last year. And in this game, he did have production against Winthrop. I believe he put up 25 in the last game. However, Longwood has had some tough sleddings on the road, and they have to avoid scoring droughts, which just isn't a given in any of their games. I think that if they can make good halftime adjustments, that will suit them. But this is a Winthrop spot for me, Jim. Winthrop with Charles Falden stepping up and in, 39% from the three-point line. Adonis Arms and DJ Burns, Rock Hills native. They're just putting that goddamn work in. DJ, obviously, he's got to stay on the floor more. He's actually played less minutes than he did last year, and you're still getting very good production out of him. Adonis Arms, coming from the D2 level, has been fantastic. He crashes the offensive glass. That's where he's the most valuable. And like you said, Jim, there's lots of depth on this team, lots of different guys that can star in any given game, and that makes it hard for a coaching staff to prepare their team for, because you can't replicate that in practice. I think with Winthrop, they have two X factors on the roster in this matchup that I've identified. If Josh Corbin and Kyle Zunich can come in, Josh Corbin lighting up from the three-point line, Kyle Zunich giving you some three, giving you some good ball handling, giving you some good on-ball defense on, let's say, Juan Munoz, then yeah, I think Winthrop's going to take care of this game. I think they're going to cover the big number. Yes, they haven't covered the last three ATS in this point range. Perfect spot to buy low on them. And this is a home game against a weaker road opponent. If this was the other way around, I would consider it a little differently. But Winthrop does these things, Jim. They force their tempo on you with Chandler Vaudrin running the show at 6'7". They can roll out fresh bodies on you. This is a number where Winthrop is capable of putting up 90 because they put up 86 on the regular. And this is weaker competition compared to Gardner-Webb. So I think that they have an advantage there as far as being able to lock down defensively and make Longwood uncomfortable with their tempo. If Winthrop's going to cover this number, we're going to know in the first half. This is a team that can route, but when they do route, they are routing wire to wire. Win on the offensive glass, have this crisp ball movement that we've been able to depend and rely upon if you're a Winthrop backer, and smash these guys like I smashed ladies of the night.
Ooh. Well put. Winthrop Eagles minus 15.5 and minus 110 at FanDuel. Smash job.
And Jim,
yes,
I'd like to add the over, please, even though it's going against the Josh Applebaum under system.
Let's see what we can get you. 151.5 over at FanDuel and 150.5 at Circa. Beautiful. There we go. We will lock that in. Over 150.5 minus 110 available at Circa Sports.